What's up, everybody? It is episode 2 of season 2 of Thick Talk Podcast. And I hope everybody is feeling as good as we are. Happy Tuesday and happy episode 2, my friend, Mr. Vonn.j.
Happy episode 2. Baby, we're back.
We are back for another episode with season 2, and we are so excited. We want to say thank you for all of your love and support for episode 1 of season 2. Numbers are rising, supporters are there. Y'all want to hear us talk our big shit. Some not so serious, but baby, we are happy to be here. So thank you guys for being great supporters, and thank y'all for sharing and subscribing. We definitely need it. Now, I don't know we gonna call y'all yet. We still like it between the thickies, the thickums, the thickettes, thick babies. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been leaning towards stickies. I feel like that, is all inclusive. Maybe thick gums. But I think we just need to put the poll up at this point. Let's just put the poll up on Instagram, put in the different ones we have, the different titles, and see what the people vote on. Because or y'all comment in the comments and say which one do y'all would y'all want to be called. Right now we're just using the overall term of thick family, but I think we should actually have a name for the girls.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or just you're seeing this clip on Instagram, we want to hear what you want to be called. Matter of fact, no matter if you don't want to answer that, just comment and like the video. Comment and like the audio, the video. Let's run the numbers up on episode 2 because season 2, we have a lot of surprise guests. We have a lot of moments, and we want to make sure that you are subscribed so you know when the next episode is coming out. You feel me?
Okay.
I am especially excited for episode 2 tonight because it is just me and my bestie, just the two of us.
In the club with my twin, we be vibing. Pass it.
Okay.
But you know I be outside.
I can't show my nails off like her tonight. Okay. She got them Uno cards on her nails tonight. They look
Girl,
beautiful.
Do not start. The girls tried me last night. I was like, ooh, those are Uno cards.
Show the people the Uno cards. Bring it to
the girls. I've been thinking that my nails been so cute, and then the girls come and try to humble me with a little draw 4, a little wild card, But they're cute. They did what they supposed to do this weekend.
No, definitely. You definitely have been doing it. By the way, if you are not following our individual pages, please follow unpacking and myself Tee.nell_, because baby, Vonn, you brought the heat last weekend.
I try, girl. I was like, I gotta get some good content because the girls don't really post as much as they used to,
Right.
But with having a podcast, the girls are trying to be a little bit more active on posting and things. So I had to step out and do my big one. The girls call for all black, and baby, I did just that. I did.
I was gonna pull that picture up and put it on the screen, but I said nope. Make these people follow you so they can see how bad you was last weekend. When I saw that outfit, I said, wherever I go for the rest of the month, I have to bring my A game because one thing about it, a little friendly competition never hurts the soul.
Sometimes I have to remind the girls who did this, who does this. Y'all see Tee.nell dropping his photos all the time because I'm gonna take pictures trying to girl. Whereas I'm just like, oh girl, I'm going to have a good time. If I feel like I got that shit on, I might take a picture. But
it was refreshing to see you in a train this weekend.
I'm just like, And what's crazy is the train is courtesy of none other than Kari Customs. Mm-hmm. It is a reuse, a redo, a new purposed bow that I have that Kari Customs made for me back in August. And I was like, let me figure out how I can incorporate this bow. I need to give a little drama. I'm about to be out here with some cute girls, and I'm the only boy. So, I had to give drama. And girl, I ate the girls up. Nobody could stand a chance.
You did, no shade. You definitely ate them up. Speaking of last weekend, it's a lot of things that's been happening between last weekend. I'm just trying to think of all the things that we have coming up. The holidays are coming up. It's a lot of new business to be discussed.
A lot.
I'm excited to see you this weekend as I'll be home. Some things happen, and not all things are great news, but it's always a great time to see you and to see friends. So I'm excited for that. For those of you who've been supporting us for a while now, one of our team members lost her brother over the last 2 weeks. So we do what friends and siblings do. We come together, we be together, and there will be food, there will be fun, there will be liquor involved. Okay.
I thought you was gonna say fellowship because I just was going with the F's. I'm like food, fun, fellowship,
Fun and
but
fellowship.
libations will be there too.
Libations. Yes, they will. So I do want to say to our TikTok support, our condolences are with you during this week and during this time as the holidays approach. And to all of you out there who have expressed any grievances and expressed any family losses this year, when I lost my dad this year, a lot of you shared your own experiences. So to all of you, as the holidays are approaching, we're not therapists, but we are always here to listen. We're always here to talk. If you ever need anything, we're here for you. So condolences and grievances to all of you as the holidays come. And remember to take that time. Make sure you read your employee handbook. Bereavement doesn't mean the death died this time. It just means you need the time to bereave. Use it wisely and take care of yourself for the holidays, Thickies. Oh, I like the way Thickie sounded.
See, how it just rolled off your tongue so
Oh,
naturally,
I
girl.
know. That was good. It gave a little quiet storm.
Quiet
Okay. And
storm.
then I'll be home this week because I'm hosting the Virginia State University Gospel Chorale's fall concert, which I'm super nervous about, and I don't know why.
I like literally don't know why. Like all the girl does is talk, honey, and she can literally, um, if you give her a topic, girl, she gonna go ahead and run with it. I mean, she can do what she do. So the girl has just been always been good at talking. I don't know how to explain it.
It's
So I don't know why
always
she's nervous. I think
different.
it's more so probably just the nerves because of honestly, I don't even know because
It's church, y'all.
majority of the people, I guess, because of you're more so nervous about the restrictions of what you can say and how you can
Yes, the
do
audience, the
what it is that you need to do.
restrictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been on. It's so many of you that don't know. A lot of us together when you see us on the page, Too Legit to Quit, Vonn.j. You might see me post on other people. A lot of us went to church together. Some of them I grew up in church together with. If you did not know, Tee.nell was a really big church boy at one time. I was in the choirs. I directed the choirs, doing my thing, and then when the pandemic happened, a little bit before that, I said, you know what? I'm okay with taking a break. Now the break has been going on like 6 years. So this is the first time I really got in front of a church in this capacity, where it's not like a wedding or a funeral. I'm speaking in years. So I don't know. It's just for me, it's just bringing back some old emotions. I'm excited, but I'm also like nervous. So from singing, singing, dancing, all that in church, it was a thing for me. But I traded my offering plate for a brunch plate, darling, and it has been a good time on Sundays. But I know whose I am and who I am. God bless you, all of you that are watching. And if you are a church boy, don't let them girls tell you otherwise. You be proud in who you are. But no, seriously, so I'm
Amen.
excited for that. And then we have Friendsgiving this weekend.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm actually kind of sad
Yeah,
that everybody's not going to be able to be there, but other than that, I think I'm actually very excited. I think that
yeah,
we haven't gotten together as a whole group in a while. I think when was the last time we all got together? Probably last Friendsgiving, to be honest.
yeah. That the
Cause
whole group, yeah. But I mean, right,
yeah,
many of us did go to New Orleans. I mean,
yeah, I forgot.
but we
A
we
lot of us
still
did go to
weren't
New
in
Orleans.
territory like to really like kick it.
Parlay, right? Because we were kind of still all over the place, even though we all were there. We didn't really get time, like you said, to
Yeah,
spend with each other. Of course, the girls that stayed in the hotel spent a little time together, but because we had a grand time in New Orleans.
we
But
did.
yeah, I think that was probably the last time we all got together. But before that, I believe like with having a time, like actually getting time to spend with each other, talk up, catch up, all of that stuff. I don't think we really kicked it since last Friendsgiving, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Hmm.
So it's exciting. We got a lot of things coming up. Any other life updates?
Life updates? Not really. I mean,
No.
no. Thanksgiving plans. I think you said you're gonna stay at home um
Yeah.
this year and spend
Yeah.
time with
I'm
your
gonna stay here.
cousins.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna be at child cooking. And I'm so upset because I just got invited to a Friendsgiving, and you remember my cousin Brittany
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
DC.
yeah. In Maryland.
So
Yeah, yeah.
she has her Friendsgiving every year, and
On Thanksgiving.
for Thanksgiving Eve. Sweetie, I am
Oh, it's on
cooking
Thanksgiving
on Wednesday.
Eve.
I wish it was Black
One
Friday. If it was Black Friday, I could go up there.
one year
But
you're gonna have to
because
just say, I'm a sacrifice and not
yeah,
go.
one year I'm gonna have to do that because she's like, you always invited to come. And I'm like, I know, but I'm like,
Oh.
girl, I just
I
really
told my family this year, I
cannot.
said, not this time, baby. They
Yeah.
figured it out. They're gonna have to figure it
Hmm.
out. I can drive that 4 hours, child.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. And they're in shambles. They still ain't got nothing together yet, have they?
Mm, I
Kind
texted
of. They
my
know where
family
they having it
today.
at, but other than that,
Child, they got the menu together now. Of course, she's
okay.
bringing string beans, macaroni and cheese, and candy yams. And the host herself, she got a smoked turkey, a fried turkey. They got brisket
Mm.
and chicken, and
That girl be
my
going
grandma's
all
doing
out,
collard
honey.
greens and stuff. Yeah, so I do wish I could get a plate on Thursday
Okay,
from
because
that
it's no
house.
shade, girl. If my family is over early, I will be making my rounds.
That
It's
and
giving very
that food gonna
much
be
my
good.
grandma's house, my aunt's house in Petersburg, and then I'm gonna slide on to Chesterfield, and
Because
see
they're
what
not starting till 6 o'clock.
see what Tasha give it, and then I'm gonna make my way on home, honey.
Correct, correct. And my uncle got this smoker, y'all. Child, if y'all don't have that one uncle in your family, I do now, baby. He wants to smoke everything. So definitely some life updates. But it is episode 2, and of course, we like to keep a drink in our hand.
We
So
do
because it's just the two of us, if you've ever been with us out and about in these streets,
in
there
the
is one go-to drink
streets.
that Tee.nell is gonna get. And Vaughn, you've been kind of getting this lately too, which I've been kind
You
of
know,
excited about.
yeah, I kind of think it kind of depends on whether I'm like trying to get up and stay up all night, or am I like I'm just getting a few drinks.
What are
If
we
it's giving
drinking
we
tonight,
going,
Vaughn?
it's giving we drinking a Red Bull, honey, and none other than,
Okay,
of course, in the club, honey, we usually get either a Terramana Rep or either a Don Julio
okay,
Rep, honey. And don't you ever
okay.
forget it, and don't you ever give us anything
Ever,
else. But when
ever.
we're at home, we'll do a little extra. We try out tequila every now and then, but when I'm in the club, I need the top shelf.
Cause in the
Give
club,
me,
we all
we are
fam.
fam.
In the club,
In the
we all
club.
fam. In the club, we are all family.
What are you,
Are you
racist?
racist? But no, we are excited to talk about all things about us because a lot of you ask who we are as friends. How did this happen? Because this clip I'm about to show, it literally is what y'all be given
Oh,
when y'all
jeez.
ask us how we became friends. Just this quick little clip.
Amazon? Where you get that?
Seriously, y'all be asking like, did we buy this friendship? How do people do this? It's a rarity, and I get it. Everybody don't become best friends this easy. But honestly, April, March of next year will be our 10-year anniversary. I don't know if we're gonna do something big, but we're gonna do something fun because it's 10 years of
Oh, for
friendship.
sure. Definitely should do something fun.
Who knows? Well, since our
Yeah.
last episode, Bestie, there's a lot that's been happening. One of the biggest things that we have to discuss tonight that we were not expecting to happen was I'm sorry, Madam Vice President
Hmm.
Kamala Harris, Spotlight of the Week. Now, many of you know by now, if not all of you, she did concede to former impeached twice convicted felon Donald J. Trump. Um, she did concede to him, meaning she said she lost the presidential race. Now, this has been a very, very big topic, as many of you know, it ain't adding up for a lot of people because you have states like North Carolina that literally went Democrat on a whole ticket, and on the presidential side, she lost. You have certain states that the Senate remained Democratic, but they voted a Republican president and a MAGA president. And then we have some states that are just missing votes, and many people are like, "Why are we just conceding?" There are all type of conspiracy theories about, "Oh, it's more to the story. We don't know." I just think it happened. It's America. They didn't want to see no woman of color, whether you want to call her black, Indian, whatever you want to call it. She is a woman of color, and America was not ready for that. So they made sure we did not see that. Now, Vice President, she gave a beautiful, beautiful concession speech.
Yes.
Did I say that right? I think it was concession or conceding.
Yeah, they've been saying concession. I thought it was conceding as well, but they've been saying, like, everything I've seen has been saying concession speech. So I believe that maybe that's the tense, or I don't know.
Past tense of conceding. Yeah, so we're gonna say concession. I like to sound educated, but no, she she gave a good speech. So we did have a little excerpt that we want to show you, and we want you to listen to from her concession speech. Now, I will say it had me a little teary-eyed. But we're going to play this because I think it's important that you and young people hear this from our vice president. Here we are.
People who are watching, it is, I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world.
Now, that was Vice President Kamala Harris, a portion of her beautiful concession speech. I just want to say kudos to her for such a fast, strong, well-running campaign. I think there is no way anyone could say she didn't run a great campaign in the amount this time that she had. She did everything from Saturday Night Live to The View to 60 Minutes to debates to local barbershops, HBCUs, churches. She was everywhere that she could be. Every time that we asked the question, we asked a question or we asked her to answer something, you might not like the way she answered it, but she addressed it. You might not like the way she told you she was going to go about it, but there was a response. And it showed 9 out of 10 Black women voted for her. I believe 7 or 8 out of 10 Black men voted for her. So that whole Black men wasn't going for her was a sham. That was a pure sham. Who let us down in this vote? We saw were white America. White America and Latino America show their ass. Okay? We are talking about only 30% of Latinos voting for her, only 15% of white people voting for her. I'm not saying it everywhere, but this is the average nationally. So it was a very interesting election night. I watched it with friends. And I just turned the shit off at 1:00, got drunk, and watched Hulu because I couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
Vonn, what's your thoughts on Miss Kamala conceding in her campaign?
I mean, Miss Kamala Harris, honey. I mean, she ran such a beautiful race. She ran it with grace, humility. I mean, such confidence. And like you said, any question she was asked, she addressed it so easily. Like, I mean, I just really think that, nobody else could have done it the way she did it within the amount of time that she had. She was the perfect candidate to go up after, President Biden stepped down. So, I mean, I think that she did a great job. I really was hoping that she won. Of course, I voted for her. But, I mean, sometimes things don't go as planned. And like she said, we just have to keep fighting. And at some point that we will win the battle. We win the war, actually. The battle is just not over. All right. But yeah, I think that she did a beautiful job. I think she ran a beautiful race. And she I really hope, honestly, truly, that she continues to stay in the public eye because we need people like her, and whether that's just going around and talking and giving, speeches or whatever that looks like for her. I think that we just need people like her to kind of push forward this movement of people just getting along and people putting their differences aside and like working together just to make the nation better in general. So I think that, she for sure needs to keep herself in the public eye after, they switch over administrations in January. But yeah, wonderful job, beautiful job. I was excited to kind of highlight her today. I wish it was the another way around. I wish we were highlighting her because she was the new president-elect, but unfortunately, that did not happen. So yes.
And I did want to bring up something that we forgot to put as a highlight of her moment. There is a mass exodus happening right now from what is formerly known as Twitter, which is known as X now, where many people, influencers, celebrities are now moving from what is called X to the app called Blue Sky. This is in direct response to Elon Musk's support of Donald J. Trump and cabinet membership as the specialist of government efficiency. This is a response to many other things, such as false information being dispersed, and just the blatant disrespect that we've seen during this campaign. Many people are saying, you know what? We're going to take our influence. We're going to take our money. We're going to go to this app that is non-biased, that is there, and it serves the same purpose. So I forgot to even give us a graphic for that. But if you're listening, go to X and type in Blue Sky, baby. You will be surprised. Gabrielle Union, Meryl Streep. I mean, I want to say it was like a whole bunch of people one day just was like, I'm done with this. Even the OnlyFans girls are moving. I was surprised. So it's definitely something to talk about. And another big thing everybody been talking about to wrap this up is Donald J. Trump himself. Now, the twice impeached, convicted felon, pending charges, former president, is doing exactly what he said he would do. He would give his friends positions in the cabinet because they were loyal. He's not doing it off of experience. So far, about a week ago, this is what his proposed cabinet is going to look like. Exactly what he said he would do. If you can't see this and you're just listening, Susie Wiles, Representative Elise Stefanik, Tom Homan, Stephen Miller, former Representative Lee Zeldin, Senator Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, William McGinley, John Ratcliffe, Stephen Witkoff, Mike Huckabee, Representative Mike Waltz. To add to this look today, we have Dr. Oz from the TV show. We have Representative Jeets, who is pending sex trafficking and sexual assault cases as we speak. There are numerous people that he is naming that have no experience. They or little experience. They have no good reputation. They are just loyalists to the MAGA party, darling. And they are running a rampant. He also released this week that he would use a national state of emergency to begin the mass deportation. Now, I don't know how he's going to do that because that would mean the Senate and the Republicans would have to. So yeah, it's an emergency, but that would expend so much of our funds. Recently, it was discovered that we would spend 80 million to 80 billion or something like that to just deport 1 million people. Who's paying for this? Who is paying for this? He is also given the go-ahead for Israel and Putin to do what they got to do. And child Biden told them folks, like the Ukraine, do what y'all got to do to hold y'all ground. So this is going to be interesting. 4 years, darling. All I got to say is them white folks in that cabinet going to fight like cats and dogs because they are all very egotistical, power-hungry people. And it'll be interesting to see what the Senate confirms because he's trying to do what is known as a, I believe it's called a recess position or something like that, where basically he doesn't have to get approval for all of his appointees for them to just be in place for 2 years. So I'm excited to see what the Senate decides about that. But yeah, that is what's going on in politics right now. Anything to say about that, Vonn.j?
I am honestly flabbergasted. I think that, Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, impeached President Donald Trump. You have done it again, sir. And I honestly, Honestly, I hope that, he don't get to do a lot of the things that he's planning to do. And like you said, those egotistical people on his cabinet, as well as, even though he has a full house, I think that a lot of the Republicans still have, some sense of like, okay, this isn't important, or this isn't something that we need to spend our funds on.
Integrity.
So
Integrity.
hopefully,
Just hoping they have
yeah.
integrity.
So hopefully, a lot of things that he think he's gonna get just because he has a house and the Senate and the Congress, well, House and Senate, as a Republican, hopefully he don't get to, move on any of those tasks that he has. But yeah,
Right now
I
it's known
think,
as the Devil's Trio, so we shall see.
Yeah, no, honey, it's real red over there.
It's real red, Devil's Trio, baby. You got the White House, the House, and the Senate. But there are many people that are hoping their Republicans in the Senate and the House will be responsible and have some integrity when it comes to some of these positions that just don't make sense. But back to my girl Kamala, because I always want to end it on a good note. Kamala Harris, we support you. Your HBCU support you. We love you. Who knows? I still don't know. Who knows? We could wake up one day and this is all a sham when we find out. Who knows? It's still unbelievable. But as for right now, they are telling us Black folks to mind our business for 4 years. Let them white folks and them Latinos deal with this, and we just rest, focus on funding and getting our businesses together and everything. So,
and
hey,
supporting Black.
Support Black.
Your Black people.
And stop the double standard. Stop the double standard. Stop
Please.
going to Black restaurants and stuff, expecting this
and having this
service that you don't get nowhere else.
Honey.
I mean, seriously. And discounts.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I too can, fall victim to that. But I had to tell myself, like, no, I give McDonald's a try again, even though that burger was nasty last time, or I give Wendy's a try, even though that chicken sandwich was dry. Like, so I have to go back and help to keep supporting our Black business, putting our money back into the people that support us as well. So, yes, that's a key in this next 4 years. Definitely. Make sure you're supporting Black.
Well, also in other news, during this campaign season, Kamala Harris was at all HBCUs for touring, and her campaign was doing a big one. But we had our own chance to go back to our alma mater, Virginia State University, for homecoming. And baby, I'm gonna just give y'all this little clip because we had a time. A time was had. Okay, I had a great time at homecoming. We always have a great time at homecoming, actually.
We do. I love homecoming. It's one of my favorite activities to do in the year. Honestly, truly, just going back and seeing everybody, and sometimes not seeing everybody, to be honest, because I didn't get to see a lot of people. But
yeah,
just going to homecoming. But this year specifically, let's talk about this year. So this year for me was one of my favorite years. I've been to homecoming in a long time, and I've been going to homecomings for years. I felt like there was a lot of people out there, first and foremost. Second of all, I actually got there at a decent time to be able to enjoy the daylight, to actually be able to see the people. I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like at home. I felt like I really got to see my people. I felt like the yard was packed, it was just people all everywhere. It was just beautiful, honestly, to see all the Black excellence in the building and everybody just getting along, having a good time, listening to good music, eating good food, drinking good drinks. I mean, everything from Thursday to Sunday, I thoroughly enjoyed. I don't know about you, sweetheart, but
I mean, had a great time. I think for me, if you went to a HBCU, I'm sure there is some kind of day party moment. And baby, this is like our third or fourth year going to that day party, and we had a time all weekend long.
Literally.
And I just can't complain. I can't complain. It was my favorite homecoming in a while. It was one of my favorites.
For sure. Like, even Thursday night. So Thursday night wasn't as lit. So if those of you who don't know, we went to Virginia State University, home of the Trojans, Hell State. And our homecoming is Sunday to Sunday. So technically, for the undergrad people that are in college, It starts on Sunday with the BSGGC gospel concert, as well as like the lighting of the stadium, which kind of sets off the homecoming atmosphere. They do a countdown, let off fireworks, all of that good stuff. And then they have activities all through the week, org bazaar, talent shows, King and Queens ball. I mean, so many things. But on Thursday is when the alumni start to arrive into town, honey. I mean, of course, alumni that live here like me can, participate in all festivities. But on Thursday, the people start to touch down.
It gets started. It gets started, baby.
And it's the kickoff, baby. It's, what do they call it? I think they called it the homecoming alumni. It's kind of like a meet and greet almost, but a kickoff, basically. And it's at our sister's restaurant, Aces. And every year for the last like 2 to 3 years, I believe they've been having it. We go. And maybe Thursday is always a cute intro into the weekend. This year it wasn't as packed and as lit as it used to be. I don't know why.
You ain't gotta tell our business.
But
it was packed to the same.
But Friday made up for Thursday. Friday 1000% made up for Thursday, and I was okay with Thursday being what Thursday was, because of course we go together as a group, so we're gonna have a good time regardless. But Friday, we got there later than we said, because we some ninjas and we ain't never on time. We always promise we will get there earlier.
We got there at perfect time, though.
We got there at a perfect time, but we said 4.
Look,
I don't even want to tell y'all what time we got there, but. Okay. We did get there at a perfect time because our alcohol went by so fast that if we would have got there any earlier, we would have had to buy more bottles.
We would have been on our face.
No, for sure.
With our face to the rising sun. Fall on your knees, darling.
Yeah.
We had a good time. And then Saturday, I mean, the boys were cute.
Outside. I have that sweater on right now. Wow.
Oh, you do have that sweater on. Get it to her. Get it to her. No, we had a really good time. I probably shouldn't wear Tim's out no more because people get confused at what the girl give. And people kept thinking I had tattoos and things. That was not the case. But when I say we had a great time on the yard, and if I didn't learn anything from this year, and I don't want to get emotional. It's like literally we have to be there and be present. Unfortunately, homecoming ended on Sunday, really, and we lost one of our really well-known classmates and schoolmates to a car accident that Tuesday. And he was just at homecoming. People got to see him and speak. I got to speak to him. And unfortunately, he lost his life. But it's just important. I know people be like, I ain't going to homecoming. I don't need to go every year. Yeah, you do. These are people that you met at very vulnerable times in your life. When you were trying to rebrand, you were trying to figure your things out. These are the people that held you down. They won't forget you. And it's just good to see. It's like a family reunion. Yeah. So if you're listening and watching, go to that homecoming. Yes, child, go to that homecoming. Go see your people. Go say hello. You never know if it's your last time. And also, you just never know like what updates and what fun you'll have. Go do it.
I agree. I especially think that goes for people that are close. Like if you are close enough to where you can drive to homecoming, why not go? Like grab a friend from back home and tell them, girl, meet me, or either somebody that's around here and tell them, meet me at homecoming, girl, let's get a room. Or whether we just drive up the day of and just enjoy Saturday and go home. It's still possible to have fun that Saturday and carry your butt home later on that night. It is okay.
Agree.
But I think that it is important that people come out because I had a good time. I was so glad to get to see so many people. I really do not see some people until a homecoming. Like these are the times we get to see, like you said, those people that we have not seen since graduating, or literally the one time a year that we get to see some of these people. So I thought that it was a great time, you know, seeing the people, having a good time, laughing, talking about old things that happened in college, how we've grown. So over the years, I mean, updates, all of the above. I just love, like you said, family reunion, basically. Like, and honestly, Black people have gotten away from having family reunions in like the latter years because it's trickling down to, you know, the millennials and the Gen X is about the time that we just start being the ones to actually curate those events. And it's actually falling off. It's not happening as much as it should be. I know that, you know, us millennials have a lot on our plate. So we're trying to do a lot of things. We have our hands in a lot of baskets. So sometimes things fall to the wayside. So for me, you know, like I said, I also am the one that do family reunions and things. But that's one time I will go because I don't have to plan it. So I am there. Okay. I am. No, I'm talking not the family reunion. I'm talking about homecoming. My family reunions, I have to plan. That's why we had one.
Still homecoming. Lucky you.
Yeah. So homecoming, you don't. Oh yeah, you have to plan for your right because TJ's family does the yearly Morgan Mayhem at his family's home, and unfortunately, he tries to get to go back, but he has to do it every year. I mean, you did go back a little bit this year. You still, of course, were on the planning committee, but you didn't like do as much as you usually do.
Oh no, I refuse to. Mm-hmm. They're gonna listen to this and they're gonna be like, he don't be doing that much. They know I be doing a lot. And I'm making sure this year I said, here go the list. This one needs to get done. Make it work.
Figure it out.
Make it work. But no, seriously, we had a really good time at homecoming. And also, I know we've dedicated this episode to Jawan, but I also want to dedicate this episode to Juno, who we lost, Donald Butler. So dedicate both of those people. May you continue to rest in heaven. And, you know, your legacy may live on forever and ever. All right. I am excited for tonight's episode. I'm excited for this portion of the episode. Are you ready for this jelly, baby?
Yes.
Our version of hot seat that Vonn.j came up with, quite interesting. And as you can see, we're both in the hot seat tonight as we're the only ones here. Where we ask each other 3 or 4 questions and you just yes or no, or you answer with the answer. You don't think about it, you're honest, and you see what happens from there. He's smiling, chocolate, so scared I'm gonna ask something crazy.
I am for sure scared he's gonna ask me something crazy, but you know, it is what it is. We're on Thique Talk Pod, baby. You get the real, the raw, and the uncut.
Jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Who should go first? Should you get in the hot seat first or me?
I think I'll take the hot seat first.
Okay, let me get my questions queued up for the girls. All right, mm-hmm. Question number 1. Have you ever painted before?
Wow. Yes, I have.
Okay. Yeah. What's the largest you've ever taken?
Say, probably about 8.5, 9.
Have you ever faked the orgasm?
No.
What is your actual dream job?
I thought you said 3. So yeah, I lied on that last one. I did. I have faked the orgasm before, but it was more so like it was a phone sex situation. If that makes sense. So you know how phone sex you're supposed to like, you know, act like you're, you know, I mean, not acting like it, but you're supposed to be.
You did this. This is so funny to me.
Oh no, yeah. So I did that before. Faked like I had an orgasm and like, you know, cut off the phone. But
who initiated the phone sex? Who initiated that?
So I had wow, I don't know if I told you this. Okay, so I used to talk to this older white guy, and and he basically initiated it, basically, you know, and we did a little 1-2.
What year was this?
I was living in Alexandria at the time. He actually lived in Brunswick. He knew my grandma. He wasn't that old now. He wasn't that old. He was more like 40-ish. In my eyes. He was like 40s. And I probably was like, what was that, 2018, 2019? So I probably was like 26. And yeah, he knew my grandma because he used to work on buses at the bus garage. And yeah, that's how he knew my grandma. But I Grinder.
Y'all, if y'all are listening and watching, I'm honestly, this is probably the most authentic you've ever heard me because I never heard this before. What?
Okay, and we can kind of go back to the painting situation too. So I can tell you what really happened about that because I don't want people to think that I'm painting at this big age.
I mean, we're 30, so I'm sure it's happened to most and 90% of the girls out there.
Yeah, you know, some girls try to act like it didn't happen, but you know, that's okay. And this is the here and there. I mean, I'm a grown man, and I do what I do now. But when this happened, I was in college, still in the closet. Didn't have any gay friends really, that I was associating with and kind of telling them, what was going on and where I was at with things. And I met this boy through Facebook. He went to Virginia State. He
I do know this story, y'all.
Yeah, he invited me over one time. He sent me a couple random crazy messages. At first I was just thinking he was trying to be like friends. I'm like, okay, found a friend, boom, boom, boom. I don't really have a lot of friends other than the people that came from high school with me. So, I was just, went over, we chatted, and as I was leaving, he asked for a kiss. So I'm like, confusion. So anyway, from there I go to class, and then next day it gives inviting me over again. So by this point, I am starting to get the hint of what is going on, but still oblivious to the situation at hand.
Right.
And also still not knowing, keyword, not knowing myself. You knew. Not knowing how. No, I'm new to, everything as a gay person or whatever. I get to his room and, it's nighttime. I'm thinking I'm going to, just parlay. He actually asked me to help him with his homework. That's how I got there.
Oh, that's cute.
And how am I helping you with your homework? You're a junior and I'm a freshman. You need to.
Wow.
So anyway, go over there. Supposed to be helping him with his homework. We're talking, chatting. He's on the computer, and I end up staying.
Wow. He didn't have a roommate.
Yeah. No, he had a single in the quads. Actually, he shared a bathroom, but he had a single. And things just escalated, and I didn't want to say no, or maybe I felt like I couldn't say no in a sense. Like, I don't know. I just didn't know. If I knew what I knew now, it wouldn't have happened. But anyway, it happened. He was very, nice about it. He acted as if this happened to him before. He cleaned me up.
It probably did.
He cleaned me up. I got up, cleaned myself up a little bit more, and then we laid in the bed and went to sleep the rest of the night. And then, we kept fornicating. And by that time, I knew what I was doing because I was like, "Baby, this can't happen again. What do I need to do?"
Y'all are soulmates.
He's married to a woman.
Y'all are soulmates. He cleaned you up and stayed in the bed with you that night. That was very mature at that age.
For sure. Yeah, I was this is my man. That's how I felt at the time. I'm like, oh wow, I was so embarrassed.
I be wondering when they be married and stuff, do they remember that? Like if they see you, will it be a moment of like?
Oh, for sure. I'm 1,000%, and I think that's why he don't come to Virginia State at all. Like, speaking of homecomings, I've never seen him at one.
Yeah, I mean, because you might not be the only girl that he.
Oh, I'm 1,000% sure that I'm not the only girl. I mean. That's
I know
that's
somebody else like that. He not coming back to homecoming. I already know. Yeah, I knew somebody like
not
that.
Not coming at all. But I mean,
it is what it is. It happened.
Have fun. I hope Miss Momos is having a good time.
Still gagging.
Yeah, but then you had one more question. I'm sorry, I had to tell you the story on those two things. But you had one more question. Yeah. What was the last question?
I'm so full. Wow. First story, just y'all. You just.
I was screaming at Christian saying she spit her Mountain Dew out. Oh, child.
You learn something new all the time. Oh, what is your actual dream job?
Dream job.
If you could drop everything right now and just go do this for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Nothing. But if I had to work and it was my dream thing to do, it would be to own a business, restaurant/lounge situation. Recently over the weekend, I had the opportunity to do karaoke, and it just made me think like, wow, we need something like this around here where we are, and we don't have that. And I think that that's an avenue that I could kind of like build off of. I think I'm going to just try to put all of this stuff together in my mind and figure out how I can set up this restaurant/lounge/karaoke bar all in the same sense. But yeah, I think that's what I would want to do is be a full-time entrepreneur, running a successful business or two or three, whatever that looks like for me in the future. But for now, I think I can continue to move my way up in my job, climb the corporate ladder, and, at some point be a senior manager. I don't know if partner PPMD is for me yet, but senior manager for sure.
Okay. Well, thank you for participating in. I don't think
I
you're
don't think you're
ready.
ready for
I
this
wasn't
jelly.
ready. I'm not ready for this jelly.
The girls were not ready for the responses,
Oh, I
baby.
can't wait to get off this podcast and laugh at this. Ooh,
I told the girls some tea tonight. Wow.
can't wait.
The girls were floored. Okay, so are you ready for this jelly, TJ? Because I have only a few questions, and I feel like my questions are not giving what your questions gave.
Yeah, child,
So
I've been on Clubhouse before. I'm ready.
I think, well, my questions aren't that
I
crazy. Like
know.
yours are crazy, but I'm gonna go with do you like your men dominant or submissive?
Dominant in the bed. Oh, let me not lie. Dominant outside the bedroom, in between in the bedroom.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Long and skinny or short and girthy? Medium and girthy.
Medium and girthy. That long and skinny be hurting. It's like a sharp pain sometimes. Get that pencil out of here.
Why are you stabbing up?
Because I can't feel it. Get that out of here. It just go it
Why
in.
are you stabbing me up like that?
I'll take a medium and girthy. Yeah, give me some boyfriend size. Yes. A good 7 to 8.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't really have much of anything else. I just grabbed those before we started. Passenger princess or driver?
What the hell that mean?
You like to be a passenger princess, or would you want to be a driver when it comes to relationship?
What that mean?
Passenger princess, like always on the passenger side, like my nigga always driving for me, or you want to be a driver, like the person that's driving.
I like to drive, so I don't mind my nigga being on the side. Can he be a passenger prince? I don't mind driving for my man.
He's a passenger princess, sweetie. If it's given princess treatment. So I
like
mean, do you like driving? Because you just say something about a 4-hour drive.
dreading it. Dreading it.
Yeah,
Well, that's
but
because it's a usual 4 hour. But girl, I done driven to Alabama. I done driven to New York,
yeah, I know, girl.
Philadelphia, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee,
You see how the
Baltimore.
girls switch up when it comes to their nigga? They want to drive their nigga around, but then when it's time to come and see the family,
I'm just
girl want to
saying,
come
I
see the
don't
family.
mind. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
I
But I
can't
mean,
wait till Donnie and them see this, honey.
but if now, okay. Also, let me put this out there: if my man has a better car than me, he's gonna drive. No shade, and it's not hard to do at this moment. I drive a 2015 Nissan Sentra with a
So
dent on
if
the
you got a
side.
2016 Nissan Altima, you're fine.
Yeah, it don't take much. But
Oh,
these girls got 2020s and 2022s and stuff. I'm not driving. We're not pulling up in there while we got my.
I'm okay with pulling up in the Nissan. I hop in the passenger side anytime, honey.
I probably pull up, but I mean, child, please.
And
But
then
I
the
don't know.
last one.
Last time I rode with Vaughn on a long trip, child. We almost went off the bridge, child. She hit a tire in the middle of the
Girl,
road,
no.
and
First of
I was gonna
all,
be dead, honey.
that shit fucked me up.
It should
That
have.
really fucked me up. And
Y'all, I'm not
let
putting
me
this shit
tell
out there, but
you,
y'all, Vaughn drive a Honda, a very nice Honda, but them newer ones sit low. She thought she was driving an F-150
very.
that day when she saw that tire in the
And
middle of
it's
the road.
crazy because I did not think that the damn what you call it was going to be in there. I was thinking maybe like something like you know how like the alligator come off, like they call it alligator, quote unquote, but like when your tire busts and it like just that part in the road. That's what I'm thinking.
No,
Even
baby,
though
the
I know I don't have
tire
time
was
to get
there.
over, I can't get over because this car's beside me. So
Baby.
I go over, baby, and when I tell you the rim and everything was still in that tire, in that
Everything.
donut, and me not
Take a
even
car
realizing
note.
how low to the ground my car is. I realize how low it is every time I get in there, but I was not thinking straight because I definitely should have
The
1000% tried
devil
to
is a
slam on brakes. But I feel like if
liar.
I'd have slammed on brakes,
Yeah,
it would have made
yeah,
it even
yeah,
worse.
yeah.
So I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm glad my car is still working. I'm glad there was no real damage done to it because I
Yeah.
would have been like,
I thought it was gone.
Wells Fargo, please come and pick this up, please. Thank you.
I thought it was gone. But yeah.
The girl was so dramatic, child. Lord Jesus. I mean, she's like, pull over.
Girl, I thought we fucked something up. This ain't my car. But I won't drop.
I'm like, girl, you are so dramatic. And we're on the phone with my cousin, so it's like even worse because
we're on the phone.
They're on the phone, they're hearing it. It's just too much. I'm like, oh my God, teacher just woke up so dramatic, girl. But anyway, last question. Just to kind of throw your question back at you. What is your dream job or career?
My dream job or career would be doing this. I would love to just have a show that I can parlay, kiki, make money, influence, support people, and live life.
Yes.
So I'm living my dream job. It's like a nap time dream right now, but eventually it's going to be that dream job
I
soon.
agree.
So Bougie Dre and them boys, y'all watch out, baby. I'm on your ass.
My girl on y'all ass, but y'all my girls. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought them up. I'm glad you brought them up because Malik was my girl first. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to Malik. I feel like Malik was the most like down to earth, and he was talking about real life, like mental health stuff, like going through the army, all of those things he was just talking about, and it felt a little bit relatable to me. And then I started catching up on Dre, and I'm like, hold on, that is me. I'm a corporate baddie. She's giving espresso martini gal, all of the things, and then Raymonte comes along, and I'm like, that's me as well. I'm fucking ghetto with shit too, but a good time as well. So, I mean, I feel like all three of them encompass who I am as one person. And I think that's why I like them so much. But yeah, they're my girls. Shout out to y'all. Please watch their podcast as well. Them girls are hilarious. Yeah.
Well, thank you for participating in. I don't think you're ready for this jelly, okay?
Yeah.
Well, as we get to almost the closing of episode 1, it's flew by fast, actually.
It has.
There is a segment we have to discuss, and it's how did we get here?
Bitch, I caught the bus.
Bitch, I caught the bus. So we gonna zoom through this segment, but we still gonna answer some questions that our team has come up with to ask about our friendship, because we've literally been doing this thing almost 10 years, and I can honestly say we've probably been best friends for at least Vonn has been my best friend, because I'm only speaking for myself. You're not learning to speak for myself. Vonn has probably been my best friend since the 9 years. Yeah. 9 out of 10, I would say best friend.
Yeah.
2016.
I mean, I agree. I think that. Sorry. I think that next month will probably make about 9 full years of being best friends. I think I started to like go to church with y'all and meet everybody else and meet your family and stuff like December of 2015. So I would say that it's probably when it started to become like, okay, this is my bitch. Okay, we really hanging out. Okay, we all get always together. Okay, I'm coming home every weekend. We hanging out. Okay. Yeah, and also, I mean, well, maybe before that, because I just looked at my picture from Antea's birthday of 2015, and I was there. So maybe it was before that. It might have been before that.
So we met originally at Virginia State University. I auditioned to be in a modeling agency. Shout out to Urban Couture Modeling Entertainment. You see me.
You see it.
We met there. Now I'm gonna tell this part because that thing over there, she don't like to tell this. She ain't like me at first. She thought I wanted her man. She had me blocked on Instagram because I was like, "Oh hey mom, we in the elevator." I'm like, "Oh my god, you should follow me on Instagram." Girl, I'm gonna go follow her. Not found. I said, she got me blocked. She thought I wanted her main. I was just trying to help her man because her main was a hoe.
He was what?
A hoe.
My man.
My friend was a hoe.
Don't you address him as nothing else, okay?
My friend was a hoe.
He knew what time it was. Yeah.
Baby,
but yeah.
He knew.
I agree. I think that that was just a total mess. But I honestly do not remember why I had Tee.nell blocked. But we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna say that maybe that's what happened. I do recall seeing him one day come and get my man keys. We was in the lobby chilling, and went to his room to get something, and I was just confusion as to why he needed to go in his room and get something out of his room.
Friends.
So I do remember that. So that could have been when it happened. But one thing about this thing is a show up, baby. When it came to that nigga on that campus, that was my man. And there was a few people.
But I knew the other girls that was coming out the rooms that she
had worried about. Not me. There was a few people, I will say. There was a few other people that I found out about later on. Mm-hmm. But they knew who I was. They knew what time it was when it came to me.
But that's how
they put respect on big mama, okay?
Spring,
they ain't gonna play with me.
And I think I realized Vaughn was my best friend. 2016, July 6th. My cousin, who was like a brother to me, died. And trauma will really show you who's really there for you. And I was just surprised at how much my best friend was there for me. Like, he was there the day I found out because I had lost my cousin, another cousin 2 weeks before that. And it just was a lot. And Vaughn and my other friends, they came to Richmond. It was like a 30-40-minute drive from Petersburg. Every day I needed them, they were there. So I was like, this is really my best friend. And I'm so sorry, best friend, because I feel like somebody died every day.
Girl.
Baby, we gotta been through it together.
Yeah, but, and with that though, I coming from a family that we just show up for people and show up for ourselves. Show up for each other. I think that when I start to look at people as like my friends and like really close friends, I try to show up for people the way that I want them to show up for me. So if there's ever an instance where I'm going through something and I need you to show up for me, I want you to be able to do the same thing. I don't want it to ever be a guest of your mind. He didn't show up for me, or I shouldn't do this, even though your heart might be telling you to do something, but because I didn't come, you might not do it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm going to always show up for the people that I love and have adoration for, to make sure that they're feeling supported in their time of need. So that's just how my mind operates. Treat people, do unto others as you would like for them to do to you. So.
Yes. I'm gonna switch the order of these questions up. So the next question is, what was a trying time in our friendship? And I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so let's address it, because I know the girls want to talk about this. Okay, so there was a time in our friendship where I went on a hiatus and I was not talking to anybody in the friend group besides Keith, who we now don't talk to at all. But
say that on here. Oh.
The reason that I stopped talking to everybody was because I was going through a moment of where because I think it was right after my birthday.
Yes, it was.
And I think because I felt like because you didn't come, nobody else came. And I felt like I always make it an important thing to come home for everybody else's events, and nobody came to mine. I had to like really take a step back and kind of figure out, okay, so is this something that I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to take a minute, but I also realized like, okay, I really like these people. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is not about them being at everything. It's about how they show up for me in other ways. Like, you don't always have to come to an event, but you also have to make people realize like those are events that you think are valuable to you. So I just had to take a minute to kind of like, understand what it was happening, how I felt, and just kind of like, but I just came back. We never addressed the situation. It was just like, oh girl, I don't know. Yeah, but that's really the tea. That's really what it was. I had my birthday event and literally none of my friends was there. And, I felt the way. I did. I'm not even gonna lie. I did feel away. And that's why I went on a little short break hiatus. And then I came back around.
I just could not believe how she did me, y'all. I was like, I have an excuse not to be there. I had a legit excuse. I told the girls ahead of time that I couldn't make it. It ain't on me that the girls didn't want to come. But I'm gonna tell y'all what really got me. She was talking to the girl. She was still talking to the girl that I introduced them to. You ain't talking to me, but you can talk to
First of all, you introduced me to her. Quisha introduced me to that girl.
This is pictures, y'all. This is authentic. Authentic. What
honey.
We look like back
what in Quisha the day. Said, through thick and thin, honey.
Really?
Look how thin we were. Jesus. Oh my God.
Inseparable. Literally. Always.
Ooh, that is a horrible picture.
There. OMG.
Skinny. Look at
in
my hands,
these
honey. I am
streets, honey.
literally small as. Who is that?
Who is that? Who is that? But I will agree that is probably our most trying time in our friendship.
Mhm.
I will say, I always say this. I am blessed to have some great friends. We don't, we don't fall out. We don't like
Mhm.
it's certain stuff. It's just unknown. Girl, we just agree to disagree. Like it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like we just have. But even still, a lot of times we don't talk to each other. We don't talk at each other. I guess that's a good way to put it. We talk to each other like we like. Okay, I didn't think about it like that, or I don't know. We just don't have that.
Yeah,
Even
and
in
I
our
think it's
friend circle,
also
after that whole you take a sabbatical, our friend circle had a come to Jesus moment, and because we're growing adults, even since then, I will say most of us, if not all, have really realigned what it looks like to be friends, and we just don't have. Of course, we'll have those moments like, "Girl, I don't know about that," or "I don't know about this," but it's just never like a. I don't know how y'all girls be friends with y'all. Be friends with people y'all argue with. That will
yeah.
be draining.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that is something that people, I think when you meet people in your college years and you're a little bit more childish and you're trying to figure out who you are, I think y'all do argue a little bit more because I will say me and Tiana and Olivia and Nia do argue a little bit, but it's not like horrible, like below the
Yeah.
belt type of stuff. But we do argue on certain topics. But I think going back to our friend group, I think that another thing that works for us is that we all have our own identity. Like I
Yeah.
think that because of the fact that we all have stuff that we stand on, period. I don't care what
Period.
you say, baby.
Ain't
You're not gonna shake
changing.
me on how I feel about a topic. And I think that's what works for our friend group is like we all have different lifestyles. We all
Yeah.
have different, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a few people that have kids and husbands, and then there's people
Yeah.
that are in relationships and different career paths, entrepreneurs. We got, it's so many different things. People in getting their doctorate degrees, teaching as a professor, all of those things. So we have a really dynamic,
Yeah.
diverse group of people in our friend group. And I think that's what works for us because we all stand on business when it comes to
Yeah.
what it is we think or how we feel on the topic. So I think
Yeah, I
that's
think
what
that's a
works
good.
for
I think
us.
that's a good point. Remain your identity. And for people that are watching, like, well, it's hard for me to find a gay best friend, or it's hard for me to be friends with gays. I say it takes time, and
It
I
does.
recognize how blessed we are. But I also always remind people to evaluate yourself too, because you can't go meeting people and then you're back here, you're like, well, gay people are so messy. I don't know about this because whether you
Mm-hmm.
know it or not, that energy
Everybody
is
is.
sensed. I can feel that energy. When I meet certain people, I'm like, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna just say hey and bye. I'll see you around. Because I
Mm-hmm.
just know it's not giving that. And then also know how to kind of stagger your friends. There are levels to this. I don't have just hundreds of best friends. There are best friends, there are close friends, there are friends, there's acquaintances. And know how to fill people out and know where people belong. Everybody not a travel friend. There are some people you just say, I'm not going on the road with you. You are a great time locally. We can hit the local bar. We can go to the local cookouts and stuff, but you're a good time. But I'm not traveling you. There are some girls that you could travel with that you're not taking to the formal events because they don't know how to dress the part or that's just not their scene. That's not what they like to do. So you
Mm-hmm.
also got to know who your friends are, what they offer, and what that looks like for you, and stop being friends with people that are disrespectful. If you see somebody that's disrespectful to everybody else, you just think it's gonna count down until your turn. You just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it out there. I tell Vaughn all the time. We had a friend. I'm like, girl, she can get it to you, but don't sit around and wait for her to do it to you, cause it's gonna come. And baby, she ain't put the knife in, but she showed the knife,
Mm-hmm.
honey. She showed
Yeah.
it.
And that leads me to that screenshot that I had. And that's why I said I felt like that was something that was very important and kind of went back to friendships in general.
Yeah.
So what it says is the potential you see in other people isn't real. It is the projection of what you would do in their position. And I think that I had high hopes for this person because I seen the potential in them. And I still do have high hopes for them. I hope that they're doing well. I hope that everything life is going great. I really wish them the best. But honestly, truly, as our friendship kind of dissolved, I did see that things that I was thinking was happening or occurring weren't really occurring. And the things that I thought they would be doing because it's what I would do in the situation was not happening. And it's just like, wow, you really were telling me fibs about stuff that really wasn't that serious. I was just trying to tell you what I would do. And you weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, and that's on you. You move how you want to move. But as I continue to grow and as I go into this chapter and really mature, and whether I'm growing in my career or just personal life, it's like I want the people around me to be trying to do the same. Like, I don't want to still be worried about me having debt behind my back. Like, I keep, I have these things that you need to focus on, and that I'm a direction I'm trying to move in that I really want my friends to move in as well. So it's like, you just some point, things dissolve, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Another question we had was, what is our favorite memories together? This is hard.
Ooh, that's very hard.
Hard.
Because whether people know or not, our other friend that we was just talking about, between him and TJ is where a lot of my memories have been spent. And I would say Keith was more so locally memories. But for you, it's like we're going out of state, we're going here, we're going there. Like, we literally are traveling places. You're meeting my friends, I'm meeting your friends. Your friends are now calling me their friend. We're going on their trips. I mean, literally, we have been, probably majority of my trips have been with Tee.nell. So I think that honestly, I can't pick a one thing, but I probably will say, I don't know. That is so hard. And I wrote this question and I don't even know how to address it. But I will just throw out something. Maybe the year we went to New Orleans by ourselves.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was
gonna say that. Because I felt like that was when it was like, okay, now, it was a group of us the first year. Now this year, we're having to go by ourselves and really just feel the ways of New Orleans by ourselves. And I think that probably was one of my favorite moments, to be honest, even though I don't remember much of what happened. But I just feel like things that we do. And I will also say, TJ family. Oh, wait, no, I have my favorite moment. And it's not necessarily of us, but it's just of you and how you step in. So my favorite moment is, my sister was having a baby about 2 years ago, and I invited Tee.nell to the baby shower. And when he stepped in the door, it literally was time to pray. And I said, pray. He didn't even have time to say, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? He stepped in the door and it was like, bless the food. And he literally blessed the food and he said a prayer. And he, blessed the child and all of the things. And my sister was like, dang, that was a good prayer, TJ. We might need to bring you can come back, girl. I feel blessed. But I think that was one of my favorite moments of just like you showing up for me. And even before that, my grandparents' vow renewal. I forgot about that. When you came and did the introduction of the bridal party, that was also a thing. But yeah, I think those are like intricate things for me because I don't invite a lot of people to be around my family because I hold them near and dear to me, even though they get on my nerves sometimes. They are really they have molded me into the person that I am today, whether that be the righteous side that you see, whether that be the side of nurturing, caring, coming and being there for my people, or whether it's, the corporate baddie that you see. So they are, my special please. And when I invite people and bring them around them, I just want them to know that, they have also got another part or another layer to be Vonn.j. But those are mine.
It's so many. Like, we are really best friends. I don't even call Vonn best friend anymore. He's literally my brother. Like, y'all, I know it sounds repetitive to say, like, I want y'all to understand, we've been best friends since I was a sophomore in college. He was on his way out the door of college graduating. I was driving a what was I driving? Was I driving my truck or my
That
car?
Pathfinder. The Pathfinder.
I was driving a Nissan 1999 Nissan Pathfinder. He was driving a Nissan Altima, wasn't it? Like a 2002 or something like that.
2004. I think it was like a 2004.
2004.
With a black
and
hood.
we was rolling in and to develop into adults while doing that, going out, going to bars. We experienced white bar hopping together, which was like a
Yes.
phase for us that we enjoyed. We went from doing that to meeting each other's friends. And, I will say, I will break this down. I will always respect Vonn even more now because I'm going to cry. Living 4 hours away has been satisfying in some ways because sometimes I'll be like, child, I like being in a bigger city. I'm from Pittsburgh, Virginia. No shade to Pittsburgh. Love y'all down. It ain't much to do for a black gay man. Then there are other times, and I remember the night my grandfather died, whose best friend is saying, I know you can't be here. I'm going to step in proxy for you. My best friends, Vonn and Quisha, went to my grandma's house. Why would you? Oh my God.
Listen, I tried.
I was 4 hours away and they went to my grandparents' house. Like, you're talking about people going to a situation of unexpected death where I could not be there to be with my family. And if you know me, I love my family. And they were there for me. That, for me, I will forever, ever be indebted to you guys for doing it. Him and Quisha, because some people like, child just can't do nothing like that. And if you know my friend Quisha, child, she did not do well with grievance. She is very awkward. She's very much, you need water? You all right? And they stepped in, and that for me was a very strong moment. And I really mean I've had so much death, like from best friends to cousins. When my best friend in college died, Vonn and a couple of my best friends, we drove down to Raleigh. We got a hotel room that weekend. I'm introduced to the people with it, the friend that we don't talk to no more. She showed me then that she wanted a friend because she didn't do nothing we was doing. But Vonn and my other friend, they was with me the whole weekend. So those are our strengthening moments. My dad died this year. I mean, to have a friend that's literally like tough or small, I'm there. And I forgot about me being MC at your grandparents' renewal. Like, I forgot about that. I was so nervous because I'm like, oh my God.
I don't know why I try. All the old people love
But
a little somebody that can speak.
We're both friends who's going to be there. Even when your grandfather died, I don't care if it was sleeting that day. I am there because that's what you do for friends. That's what you do for people you love. Now, fond moments, y'all. We didn't have some crazy shit happen to us from child COVID. We went to Atlanta for New Year's, bitch, and he got COVID. I didn't. We shared food. We shared the room, and we were in the car all the way back from Atlanta. And Vonn started coughing. I said, "Oh, is that COVID?" It was 2020.
The girl jinxed me, y'all. The girl jinxed me.
The girl had COVID.
You jinxed me. I want you to know that.
Then during COVID, I was at his house because I would just stay with Vonn because I wasn't working. And I'm at his house, and one of my family members possibly got exposed to COVID. So this shawty, she laughing. Vonn is literally laughing like, girl, you was over there with the people, you probably got COVID. I'm like, girl, I'm in the house with you. So if I have COVID, you don't have COVID. He was like, oh, get the fuck out.
Girl, get out of my house.
We literally did the whole pandemic together. I mean, Vonn had a birthday party one time at his house, child. I was drunk early. I sat on the bar, bitch. The whole countertop went down. I was a little too heavy for it. New Orleans Red Dress Front every year we do. We've done, I've met up with him during DC moments. I mean, it's just so many fun moments where they're in the club, where our friend circle try to do a business together. We try to start a social media page, just random shit, okay? Just doing stuff.
And I'm so weak because
so much.
I think about when we were trying to do that and how like News 804 and stuff like that has come along and they're doing pretty good actually from that social media presence. But yeah, agreed. But yeah, it was some very, very crazy moments from ups, downs, roundabout. Yeah, but yeah, I think that all encompasses our friendship from a high level.
Yeah. Yeah, and we definitely seen each other through many crazy relationships, DL boys, dates, moments, all that. So I mean, it's a pleasure. And also don't forget professionalism. We've seen each other and encourage each other through promotions, job changes, me relocating, him relocating. And I think that's what make great friends, when you can be friends through all those different aspects. And I forgot to mention what makes us, I think, what also makes us such great friends, even in our circles, we're all the same but different. We have the same morals that, like we said, treat others how you want to be treated. But we all are, people always think me and Vaughn are just like, they're like, y'all gotta be just like, but if you really get to know us, baby, the thought processes
Complete
are
opposites, honey.
totally different. We may
Complete
come up with the same
opposites.
solution, but the way we got it is totally different. But yeah, that's our friendship circle. I mean, our friendship relationship in a nutshell. And if I find some random memories, I'll post them on our page. Some that's
Please
safe to post. But our last point of our friendship before we get to Thick Quest and some quick moment, we were supposed to tell our younger self and give each other advice. However, I'm going to switch it up and say I'm going to post a younger picture of you, and I'm going to give you the advice that I think you should give your younger self, and you do the same. How about that?
Wow.
I'm always the girl to put shit on the spot, y'all.
You are. And you know I'm not that great with words. I was already about to be struggling trying to tell myself something. Here I am trying to tell you something, girl.
Well, you'll be okay. I'll do you first. I'll do you first as a best friend, y'all. Please, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go to our YouTube page, do the link tree, because you're gonna want to see the visuals for this episode.
Please.
Because this
We
picture
we
of Vonn.j as a teenager with this flip phone, this cardigan, and this gold chain is screaming country church boy. It looked like
for
you about to say,
sure.
everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Yeah, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. But
No,
no,
seriously.
I want to say to this younger Vonn.j, if I could go back in time and I could see you at this moment, I want to tell you, don't change shit about who you are. Learn from your family, because that's going to be the basis of how you live your life. Like, yes, it's not perfect. It may not be what you see other people do. It ain't what's on TV, but love it. Embrace it. You are the defender of your family. Continue to be that. But also, girl, be yourself. Continue to be yourself. When you get older, you're gonna surprise yourself, because you're gonna surprise how much you accomplish that you say you want to do. Where you're from don't make a difference. Who your family is and what they've done with you and what they produce you to be is gonna surprise you. Listen to them. Some things they did you ain't gonna do because you shouldn't do. And some things that they tell you, it's all out of love. Um, you're gonna probably also be a little curious as to what really this whole other side of you is, because you trying to figure this gay thing out, if it is true or not, child. But it is. You gonna have a good time. But just be you. I honestly can say Vaughn Devontae Parham back then, honey. You just be
Okay, my
you.
friends call me
Don't change
Bonnie.
that. Don't change that. Because some people, if they go back, if they could go back, they would change who they are. They would change what they did. You are literally on the right path. Definitely. Cheers, Vaughn.
And clock that tea. Oh, now I feel like I am so on the spot. Tee.nell has he know this is not my thing. I need to prepare, honey. But yeah, I think for me, my advice to middle school, just like high school Tee.nell, because
This is probably senior year.
Yeah, I see the polo boots. Are those the polo boots or Nike boots? Which one
Polo
of those?
boot.
Polo
These are
boots.
polo
Yeah.
boots, definitely.
Yeah, I guess something similar to what you said, along the realms of definitely making sure that you stay the course, keep hope alive, girl. Because once you get to where you are, child, you will be able to do things and use that voice of yours to continue to inspire people and uplift yourself. That's a big thing, making sure you're uplifting yourself to get through these hard times that you're going to come to as you grow older and challenges come your way. Those are the things those are the key things of your life and assets that you have that are going to be able to push you through and get you to the other side. Also, continue to be your Leo self, honey. Outspoken. Always got something to say. Always over the top. I mean, just continue to do you because at some point it all makes sense. Right now, it is making sense. And at some point, that will make you a lot of dollars. Okay. Okay. And okay. But all in all, I think, definitely, just stay in the course. Continue to be you. You have done a lot. Like Tee.nell said, on my behalf, your family as an intricate part of you. Please continue to push the things that was instilled into you by your father and your grandfather as they have moved on and to see what the end is like. I mean, it's just so many things that, you will encounter that, you didn't expect. And you are able to push through and continue to do all things through Christ who strengthens you. But with that being said, I think that, that's all that I would tell young Tee.nell.
Right. I was still a virgin on this picture. Let's also remember that. Oh,
yeah. Wow. You were a virgin until you're in high school?
Till I was in college.
Oh, wow. You were just like me. Yeah. What year?
2013.
No, I'm saying like your freshman year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You was busting it wide open your freshman year. Me too.
Once I met that Josh McClain, she told me everything I needed.
Who? Oh, Josh.
Josh
oh,
McClain.
My God.
She told me everything I needed to know. That's my girl.
Josh,
but no,
Josh.
That's who we are as besties. That's how did we get here. And to these two right here, this is early us. This is early us. Oh my God.
It was.
We went to dinner or bowling or something that day. If I'm not mistaken,
we went
actually.
Because
I had the cheetah print shoes on one of yours that night.
Yeah, we went to we might have went bowling after we ate, but we definitely went to Cheddar's. It was your first time trying Cheddar's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and Olivia.
To the two dogs, y'all will be surprised at who y'all become because we still laugh to this day at us being managers and big people in our company. Because I'll be honest, in this picture, I think I was working at Capital One. I had no idea what life was going to do with me. And
honestly, where are you working at Capital One yet?
I don't know.
Maybe you were, because I think you did have the Hyundai at this point.
Yeah. I had the Hyundai, definitely. Yes.
So you were working at Capital One, yeah.
Yes.
No, you did not. You drove Sean's car because you was coming to pick him up or something.
I was. So I was at Capital One then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wrecked my car the first day of Capital One.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So
that works.
Kudos to those girls. Kudos to our friendship toast, my bestie. As we're wrapping this episode up, salute. I do want to just bring up these two topics. We just got some breaking news, honey. We talk about Donald Trump. I'm just gonna say this: Donald Trump nominates WWE co-founder Linda McMahon. Oh wow, for education of Secretary of Education. I can't wait to read the news stories about that. And then also, if you did not know, Lil Nas X is shaking the stage this week with this white man. I'm not gonna divulge too much in this because we're low on time, but check me out on Instagram.
I just say love who you love. I mean, I think that, I think like Tee.nell said, he just likes to shake the table. I don't think that this man is really indulging in this man, Cody John.
I hope not.
But, I mean, who knows? Because it's his repertoire at this point, his reputation precedes himself. That's why people.
I'm not surprised.
That's why people think that it is something that it may not be.
I mean,
Cody looks a little uncomfortable, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if it's true, but I mean, come on, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just think Lil Nas try something different because clearly the dolls aren't fucking with you.
Yeah, he love posting white girls, but I don't mean like that because I have white friends at this point, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Kens aren't fucking with her. I think she need to try something different. I'm trying different, so yeah.
Yeah, thank God for that bus mechanic. Oh. All right, we ready for trivia. TikTok support. Are you here, Thick Quest?
The girls are out of control, honey. But that leads us into Thick Quest, y'all. Yes. This is where, of course, we have our questions. And today's topic is friendship movies and friendship duos. And our Thick support has come together and created some questions for the girls to take guesses at. Who's gonna go
See,
first?
you go first. You go first, friend. You go first.
You think I should go first? All right.
Yeah.
What country did Stoney flee to and set it off? I think it was somewhere dry. I want to say it was Mexico. But I don't know.
Oh, look at you.
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
What am I
It's
doing?
been ages since I even seen
And if
it.
y'all don't know, Stoney, that is a part of the quadruple team of Set It Off, with Stoney, Cleo, Frankie, and I forgot the other girl name, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
What rap duo has a song titled Rosa Parks? Gotta be City Girls.
Can I guess before you put it up there, Quisha?
Rap
I'm
duo.
thinking Outkast, but I don't know.
Oh. I'm trying to think of how that would go. Rosa Parks. Is that the one? Rosa Parks.
I don't even know how it goes. But it just seemed
Yeah.
like their song, so I just had to. I just had to have it. I don't know how that goes. We'll have to look that up and see what it did
Rosa
afterwards.
Parks. I think that's how that goes.
Caroline is what you're thinking about.
Oh, Caroline.
Where is the mic from in the movie The Wood? I seen this on. No, I did not see this. I don't know if I remember this one. Where is Mike from in the Wood? Mike from in the Wood. Mike from in the Wood. I know Mike is the tall, dark man, but I don't remember where he's from. Is he from Crenshaw? North Carolina.
North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shit off. Twist around your head like a helicopter. Wow, didn't know that either.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that one.
Who composed the theme song for Sanford and Son? No.
That's the theme song, but I don't know who I'm a.
Earth and Fire. I don't know.
I'm gonna take a guess and say like Stevie Wonder or somebody because I feel like that gives.
But it got to be
Stevie
two people,
Wonder.
I'm sure.
I don't know. She said who composed the theme, Sanford and Son. I think the topic is the duo, not necessarily who composed, but I don't know.
It got to be a trumpeter. Louis Armstrong. I don't know.
Quincy Jones. That makes sense. That's his era. Mm-hmm.
Like, these are hard to
Dang. Yeah, these are very hard, Quisha. I did get the first two, but what is the name of Music's Soul Child's first hit single? I'm gonna say, Love, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's Don't Change. Which one is it?
Just friends.
We can hook up. Hang out.
Oh, and just chill.
I'm not trying to pressure. Oh, that was cute. I like that song.
Yeah, that was cute, Quisha. I knew it had to be somewhere around France, but I couldn't think of the name of it. Ooh.
And Living Single, what? Oh, shit. Did Khadijah and Max attend together?
I know this one, I think.
Is it Lincoln or Howard?
It's the Mecca.
Oh, okay. I knew it was one. I could not remember if it was Lincoln or Howard. Yeah. Yeah.
What comedic duo has 4 action movies together? Will and Will Martin Lawrence.
I just watched the new one too. It was good.
Yes, it
on
was.
Netflix. Oh, bonus question.
Well, I already won because I got the most, but we can go ahead and to bonus. I could probably name you 2, 3. Quiet Bone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone.
T-Bone. Busy Bone, Wishbone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, and Flesh and Bone.
Wait. Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone. I had it. Maybe that's where I had it wrong. I just had Lazy Bone
when the people started. I won't even
Wishbone, Busy Bone, Fresh and Bone. Okay.
I didn't even know their names.
I got 2 of them.
I didn't even know their names was Bones like this.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, TikTok support for our Thick Quest for tonight.
Yes. Shout out to our little girl. Too legit to quit. Q, honey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Once again, this is a wrap for episode 2 of season 1. Well, Best Friends just kicked it tonight. You learned a lot about us. Season 2. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, it's been a long night. episode 2 of season 2. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on that link tree. Make sure you share it, because guess what? It might be somebody you're trying to figure out if they're your best friend or not. Y'all listen to this and figure out if y'all got some similar things. But always remember to follow us on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify. We are here and we are queer, baby. Remember to keep it cute, keep it thick. Vonn, anything for the people in the audience?
No, until next time, honey.
Well, until next time, we over and out, y'all. We'll see y'all soon on the next episode of Thique Talk Podcast. But until then, y'all stay safe.